Hello guys, welcome to this video. We are going to talk about the range and domain of a function. Last time we looked about what is range and the definition of a domain, and we said that range, these are possible y values, and domain, these are possible x values. Now we are going to look at some of the examples. For example, if you are told find the range of the following function. Of the following function. Now you are given y or f of x is equals to x cubed, and you are given minus 5 is less or equal to x, which is less or equal to 4. Now, as I indicated there, we have that basically this is our domain because it contains the possible y values. So my domain, let's look at solution. My domain will be minus 5 less or equal to x, which is less or equal to 4. This is my domain. Let's go on and look at the range. These are possible y real numbers. Now if we take, for example, my equation is y is equals to x cubed, meaning that if I take the first value, this interval, if I take the value of x to be negative 5, it will be y is equals to negative 5 cubed, which is actually negative 125. Is the possible value in this interval. Again, given that it goes up to 4, from negative 5 to 4. Now the next value of x will be substituted by 4. That's y is equals to 4 cubed, which is this cubed, which is 64. So this automatically means my range will be minus 125 is less or equal to y, which is less or equal to 64. This is my range. That let us go on and look at example 2. Example 2, let us look at, for example, you are given find the range and domain. Find the range and domain. Function you are given y is equals to x raised to 4. Now in this case, you are not given the domain and you are not given the range. In this case now, n x value, let us look at domain. Domain, if I take any number, let us start with the negative side. If I take a number, say negative 5, and I replace using this my equation, which will be y is equals to x raised 4. In this case will be y is equals to negative 5 raised 4. You'll get a certain value. Now you'll get 625. If you go on and take another bigger number, say x to be infinity, say any number. For example, if we were y is equals to x raised to 4, this x can be any number in infinity, negative 1000, negative 10 million. You'll find that this x can be any number and still the y value is still defined, or it is real. Thus in this case, domain here and the side of negative value here will have negative infinity, any number. Still on the positive side, okay, let us use this side here. Still on the positive side, we can have positive infinity, any number. Take 10 million raised to 4, you'll get a bigger number. That's the domain, the answer now, the domain will be from negative infinity is less or equal to x, because we are talking of domain anyway, positive infinity or infinity. This is my domain in this case. Let us look at the range. The range. Now, the range is, these are the positive y values. For example, if we have y is equals to x raised to 4, we'll say that this means that if I make x the subject of the formula, I take for the root, I take the fourth root on both sides. That means that this one will cancel this. So x is equals to the fourth root of y. So basically meaning that apart from 0, any number which is negative in this point, this y will not be defined, or rather it will not be a real number. That means that the negative side is out, is not real. In the range, it's not real. That will only deal with 0. So 0 is the lower bound in this case. Now, but now if we take like any positive number to be y, this function will be defined to infinity, to positive infinity. Any number, take a million, it will work. Now that means the range, basically the range becomes 0 is less than or equal to y, which is less than or equal to infinity, because the negative part does not work, because you don't get a root negative number. It remains imaginary, but now we are dealing with real numbers. This one is real. So means this is my range. Let us go on and look at example 3. For example, you are told that find the range of the following. Find the range. You are given y is equals to 1 all over x minus 1, x plus 2. Then you are given a certain interval here, 0. Okay, yeah, you are given here 0 is less than or equal to x. Very nice. Which is equal or less to 6. Basically, to be so brief, this is my domain. This is my domain. Now we understand with the range. But range, as I explained there earlier, we are dealing with the first interval and the value of domain and the last interval. So replacing this value here, x with 0, it becomes is strictly 1 over 0 minus 1 is actually minus 1. Yeah, minus 1. I'm sorry. Is minus 1. Yeah. 1 over minus 1. 0 plus 2. This becomes 2. So this one is less or equal to y, which is less or equal to, now this is actually 1 over, we are using the value of 6 now, in this case. Yeah, this 6, we this 6 here. So we are going to say that 6 minus 1, that is 5. 6 plus 2 is 8. 4 5 times 8. So my range here becomes, this implies that my range becomes negative a half is less or equal to y, which is less or equal to 1 out of 40. Yeah, this is my range. Okay, this is my range. If you found this video interesting to you, please don't forget to subscribe to get more videos in my channel. Thank you for watching.